Yo, yo, yo.
What's jumping, big dog?
Man, ready to talk about this? Go ahead, Jody.
Welcome to another edition of Against the Grain Sports Podcast Uncut. And I'm your host, Jody Coleman, in the building. We're here with my man Ray Mornings to Barbara Lindsay building. What's my guy?
Hey, I'm feeling good, man. We working on something down here in Miami. We got that Miami Heat here. We got that Miami Heat here in Ohio.
Ray,
So,
don't
but
do that. Don't do that.
We're working on something in Miami.
Miami of Ohio, you speaking
What's going on? Soul on Sports, Glenn, all the way from San Antonio, Texas. What's going on, my guy?
Yeah, we're working on something down here with the Mavericks. We're working on something. I don't know what we're working on. We're working on another lottery pick, I guess.
Hey, Soul.
Well,
give everybody, before we get into the show, give everybody a brief synopsis of what's going on with the World Cup.
World Cup is jumping. France, last time I checked, France was up 3-0 in that game. I think it's over now.
Yeah, it's over.
3-0.
They won.
They're actually the favorite to win it all this year. Mexico is getting ready to play here pretty soon. And I don't think they've given up a goal the entire World Cup. So that's pretty impressive. So, defense is on point. I never watched so much soccer in my life, Ray and Jody. I don't know about you guys, and I've been enjoying it. I mean, honestly, even without all the goals, I'm like, man, they don't score enough. But I'm starting to get into the game a lot, and I'm really enjoying what I'm watching. I'm looking forward to see if France can keep playing like they're playing right now. They look like the Golden State Warriors. They look like they can outscore anybody. Three or four goals in a soccer game is huge.
That's tough.
It's crazy work, man. The World Cup is here. It's taking the world by storm. No pun intended, man. Everybody's tuned into the World Cup, every region of the hemisphere of the world. But we also got a lot of basketball going on. We got the NBA free agency period. We also have Serena Williams back in action, man. She got back in action. She didn't do so well, but what do you expect being out for so long? She'll get her groove back. We got some NFL news and, of course, college football preview. We'll be talking about the ACC, as Soul would like to call them, the air conditioner conference. But I didn't say it, he did. We got Kathy in the building. What's going on, Kathy? She's in the building. We also got King Minks. He said 3 good brothers in the house. We got our man Andrew Mic'd Up Williams in the building. What's going on? He is our soccer guy. He is providing all of the soccer that you can stand. But, man, once again, man, Against the Grain Sports is brought to you by our sponsor, Michael Wright, attorney at law, man. Any wrongful deaths, any personal injuries, whatever's going on with you, you can just call Mike. No matter where you are in these 50 states, you can get with him, and his number is 937-222-7477. Call him anytime. Somebody will pick up or leave a message, but they will get with you, and they will give you the legal representation that is necessary for you in whatever case you have. But fellas, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? It's time to get to it. We got Kathy said, Jody, you can send a special prayer to Chris Johnson, running back. He has ALS. Yeah, I was gonna get to that.
Yeah.
We was gonna get to that a little later in the show, but we'll go ahead and speak on it now, man. This is a guy, he said a year ago he was picking his daughter up, and now he need a machine to help him speak. Real quick, Ray, you can give some words on Chris Johnson's situation.
Oh man, when it's regarding people's health, you just don't know how that's gonna work out. My prayers go out to him and his family. Um, Shout out to his wife because she right there by his side, during the meetings and during the interviews. She's been going on this ride along with him. So man, shout out to her for being a strong woman and standing beside her man. But yeah, it's kind of heartbreaking. We talked about it today at the shop. It's heartbreaking to see, man. But I'm praying for him and his family.
No doubt. Soul on Sports, man. Give me some words about Chris Johnson. We know he was a fantastic running back, but now this is real life, man. Talk to me about the situation having ALS, and he's not
Yeah,
even 40.
yeah. I don't know the reason why. I don't know if LS does it attack your nervous system. I don't even know how this happens, bro. Life is precious. That's what I do know is, man. Tomorrow's not promised. And like you said, like Ray said, I give a shout out to his wife, man, because she's got to be doing everything now because this man can't do anything anymore. It's terrible to see a family member now to just fade away like this because it's like a slow death because there's no cure for this. There's no medicine, no anything. You just sitting there watching your loved ones just fade away, and I'm pretty sure this is heartbreaking. Imagine the little kids, man. Just they're like, "What's going on with Daddy?" They don't understand this. I mean, I can only imagine if my kids have to deal with this at that younger age because he was just fine, like you said, last year, and now he can't even. He just sits there, bro. He can't talk anymore. He can't move. He can't do anything. It's terrible.
Yeah, my thoughts and prayers go to the Johnson
Yeah,
family. Like you said, the kids and the wife, and I know extended family, his Titan teammates, his Arizona Cardinal teammates, his East Coast, Coastal Carolina, Eastern Carolina teammates. Man, he actually was a really, really good guy, man. Didn't have the pleasure of meeting him, but every story that I heard about him was wonderful. So it's not just now that he's sick, all of a sudden you hear great stories about him. So our prayers go out to him.
yeah.
Maybe, a miracle, God works miracle. Maybe he can come with something that can help him have a long and illustrious life, man, for his children and for his wife, the people that love him. So our prayers go out to Chris Johnson and his family and hope that he is able to recover. Or, like I said, there's a lesson in everything and that God blesses him and his family throughout this. But yeah, she said the stem cells research have prolonged some of ALS people's lives. I think we had another. Didn't we have another gentleman? The guy from New Orleans.
The Saints, yeah. He
Yeah,
had the
he
same.
had
He had the
What
he had
same
the
thing.
same thing. Yeah, so
wasn't it
we
the
see that.
kicker?
No, he was a
He's a special
safety.
teams guy. He was like a special teams
He
guy.
was
Yeah.
no, he was a
Oh,
safety on
Okay.
defense technically, and then he the one that got that block punt that
gotcha.
after Hurricane
Okay,
Katrina.
then that I'm associating him with a kicker, but yeah, that's it.
But yeah, man, let's hey, some somber news, but let's get to the NBA right now, and it's crazy because it's free agency right now. But there has only thing that's happened so far in free agency is Tim Hardaway Jr. has joined the Miami Heat. He has signed a 1 year deal for the Heat to try to bolster up their bench. Man, Rated, what you think about this? This is a guy that can shoot the ball. He's a seasoned veteran, and he can take some pressure off of some of those guys in the backcourt. Because what we've seen is they have a hell of a front court, but their backcourt losing Tyler Hero, he can come and take some of the pressure off.
Oh man, I think it's a great move. That's what I was referring to when Soul was trying to burst my bubble. We building something down in Miami right now. Now I think he's a solid defender. He goes out there, he does all the hustle plays, and like you said, he can shoot, and that's what they needed. They needed some perimeter shooting. I think it's a couple of other people that they're going to try to go after, uh, shooting wise. But I mean, he's only going to cost them what 6.5 million. So that's a bargain deal right now for a guy like him. He goes and he makes an impact. I like the kid. I think he's reminiscent of his father in certain ways. He's a better shooter. But I think also what was I about to say? Yeah, I think it's a good move for him, man. I think he gonna go out there and do his thing.
Okay, real quick, it's Steve Gleason. That was his name, the New Orleans
Right.
Saints player. Jason, the hefty lefty in the building, he said he checked him is a good move. King Ming said he was talking to Kathy. Then Donald said good move. He needs some shooting bad to go along with that front court. Then
Absolutely.
Jason hefty lefty, he still should have made Giannis for a dunk on him and dunking on him years ago. he said that the Heat are looking at Anthony Simon. That's a guy that can come in and really help out. And then Donald said if the dad is close his mouth, maybe his son could stay on the team. That's crazy work. We'll talk about that. So we're talking to me about free agency period. Tim Hardaway Jr. going over, leaving. He had a good year, good run with the Denver Nuggets. Now he's over with the Miami Heat. Is this one of them situations like when they got the big three, they start adding pieces around? Do you think this is a unique piece for these guys to move forward?
Yeah, they're going to have to shop in the bargain bin because they got their players making so much money. I think they're going to lose Norman Powell. I think he's a free agent. I don't know if they're going to be able to afford him. That's a big piece to lose if they lose him. That's going to be tough. But there's always that Bass Pro fisherman they can go out there and get. They can go out there and get Ben Simmons. He's done fishing. Now he can go help the Miami Heat get close to fishing. You know they do it on NBA. With Charles Barkley guys, when they get eliminated from the playoffs, he can go ahead and help them get closer to that. They're gonna need all the shooting they can get, man. I mean, this is a good pickup. Tim Hardaway Jr. He's a veteran. You know, he can shoot threes. When he's hot, he can be dangerous. So it's a good pickup for the Miami Heat. They're gonna need some more shooting though.
Man, I love the pickup for the Heat. Tim Hardaway Jr. You saw what he kept the Denver Nuggets together in several games in that playoffs, even though they weren't able to get over the hump against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I like what he could bring, you know, to the table. Jason said Norman Powell, Condoleezza Rice. But no, y'all talk about my man Ben Simmons like he can't come in and handle the ball. Like this guy is a premier defender, regardless if he can score or not. They got enough scoring on the team. You got Giannis who gives you 30. You got Bam who can go for 83. You know what I'm saying? If you got a guy, this is a guy in his career average 13.7 rebounds, 7 assists. If I said that about any other player, y'all be talking about how great this motherfucker is. But now that it's Ben Simmons.
What was that? Say it again, Jody?
13.7 rebounds, 7 assists, and he's been all defense, 3-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year. And it's like
Ben Simmons ain't averaged 13 points in 7 years, bro. When the fuck did he average 13 points? He
averaged 13 for his career.
No, I'm talking about the last 4 years.
Because he's been hurt. He's been hurt.
Jody, the only thing I got a question on is, how do you know about this man's ball handling skills? That's crazy work. That's nasty.
He handles his ball. He handles his balls with 2 hands. But no, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it real.
He got ball skills, huh, Jody? He got ball skills.
I'm gonna keep it real. This free outside of, because I think Tim Hardaway Jr. is the only person that has signed as of yet officially. But this is a weak ass free agency. I looked at some of these players that's available. The best players are restricted free agents like Jalen Dorn. That he's not going away. He's 22 fucking years old. Detroit is going. They're going to sign him back. There's nobody out here. Norman Powell may be the most sought after free agent that's out here. Of course, and we're going to talk about the elephant in the room, the free agent. Jason said Miami probably got some D3 dudes in the ranking that come score clutch buckets. You know, they built their team through the G League. Keeming said Ben Simmons said he's ready. All he can do is just pass and rebound. Sometimes all you need. They got enough scoring on their team. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, fellas.
What's that?
The elephant in the room is this. Solo Sports, we got the LeBron James will return to the Lakers. Will not return to the Lakers. You know, the team that's hot. Remember I talked about the Miami Heat could potentially bring him in. Cleveland Cavaliers potentially can bring him in. And now they're talking about the Golden State Warriors. But the Golden State Warriors said they're not going to be able to get Anthony Davis, which they thought, because the Washington Wizards said it's a no-go for Anthony Davis in the trade. Solo Sport, talk to me about LeBron James and where he may end up.
Honestly, bro, if I'm LeBron, I've been saying this since everyone kind of rumors he was going to leave the Lakers. LeBron either retire or go back to Cleveland. I don't really see him going anywhere else. Golden State, if he goes there, even with or without Anthony Davis, who's only going to play 25 games, they got a white Anthony Davis on the roster. They got Kristaps Porzingis, or how the fuck you say his name, injured reserve. He's always hurt. They get him. I mean, they got him on the roster. He probably played about 30 games, and LeBron's in his 40s. Draymond gets kicked out every other game. Steph is still great. Jimmy Butler got one knee right now. So I don't. And they forgot they Al Horford too. He's about 47 years old. They got a really old roster. I don't see that happening there. For my money, if I'm LeBron, I mean, I know he ain't listening to me, but I would either go to Cleveland or retire. That'd be my 2 options.
Okay. Jason said the comeback is available. Jonathan
no, it's not. I thought
Mingus.
we signed with the Heat.
No, they declined it. They declined his offer. I don't know what Kuminga's doing where he can't. He's rubbing some people in the front office the wrong way. He did it in Golden State. Now he's doing it in Atlanta. So he's going to have a new team.
Jordan, he ain't got that ball skill like
Ben. He ain't got the ball skill. And then Kathy said the Warriors and Heat want him. Jay said LeBron needs to go to San Antonio. Then Kimi said, "Good, I'm glad LeBron is coming back to the Lakers." And then Kathy said he said the Miami Heat is in the future and past. Ray, what do you think about this? LeBron James is no longer going to be a Laker, but his son did sign a guaranteed contract, but he will not be with his son. So his son will be on his own for the first time in his young NBA career. But where do you think LeBron James goes? He already officially said he's not going to be a Laker. Where does he go?
I mean, the only thing that makes sense is for him to go somewhere where he can potentially win a championship. And that's not a whole lot of places because, and especially if he still wants that price tag, if he wants anywhere close to $50 million for next year, he's not getting that. Like, who in their right mind is going to pay that for him? I heard somebody say, and Jody, I really wish you was at the barbershop when this person said this. I wish he was in the comments. But our good friend Dana Carter said, "Man, LeBron should just come off the bench." I said, "But he's your GOAT, right?" I said, "In what lifetime would you ever want to see the greatest of anything coming off the bench?" I'll wait. You don't want that. Why would he come off the bench? But anyway, nevertheless, I think I'm in agreement with Soul with the Cleveland or go home. I'm more on the lines of go home. Just go home, retire. You have nothing else to play for, sir. You finally come to grips with the terms that you getting old. You finally cut the hair off. You let the beard go gray while out there playing golf. Man, listen, enjoy retirement, bro. It seems like it's fitting you right now. So just go ahead and do that. Enjoy that, man. You in the Banana Boat Club, that's crazy. But him in the Banana Boat Club, man, they can go out there and just do that thing. Him, Chris Paul needs to go ahead, stop trying to sign with somebody. Just go and just chill, retire, and don't worry about nothing.
Well, I'm going to go against the grain. I think that he needs to play it. I think Miami is a perfect fit for him. I think Miami, if he's going to do one more year, go down to Miami. It's not like he went back home to Cleveland. Why can't you go back to Miami? Mend your differences with Pat Riley. You went and got Giannis. I think he'll take a pay cut to play for Miami. I mean, if he wants to try to get that 5th championship to get him closer to Michael Jordan, now you don't have to be the first or second guy. You can be the third guy, respectively. You can be a ball handler there. You got guys you don't have to worry about playing defense because you got Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins just signed back with those guys. You got Tim Hardaway, so he's a 3-point shooter. He can turn into a bona fide point guard. And then I think that's what he fits best. You got Giannis, and then you got Bam Adebayo. I think that will be a perfect situation for LeBron to go. If he's going to go to any team, Golden State, even with Anthony Davis, is out of the question. I agree with that. Cleveland, as much as I thought he should go back to Cleveland, it just doesn't seem appealing when they're trying to sign a mega deal for James Harden again. I don't know what that's fucking about. But I want him to keep playing as long as he can dribble a basketball, man. I think that LeBron James is good for the game. He's still putting up. He's still, even in his wonder years, he's still in the top 25% of the league, top 15%. He's still one of the best players. So as long as he can play, as long as he's not a bum out there, I'm cool with that. Now, if he was a bum, if he was KG, he was Paul Pierce with the Brooklyn Nets, then yeah, but this dude is still an elite player. His body is in fantastic shape. The dude is still, his IQ of basketball seems like it still goes up. And then, like I said, you got an Andrew Wiggins on the perimeter play defense, and you got Giannis and Bam Adebayo, two of your best defensive players in the low post. Why can't LeBron come back? We wouldn't be asking a lot from him. So that's why I think LeBron should go to Miami and play another season.
But Jody, this is the crazy part about that. I'm in agreement with him. The only place that I think that he would go and win something would be Miami. But if I say that, I sound like a homer. Not from y'all, but I think it's either that or go home. Like, for real. Like, Cleveland makes sense because he can have his farewell tour, and he can get his statue put outside of the building, or if he ain't already got one, get a bigger one. But I don't know. I think that would be the most ideal place for him to go. But the best place for him to go is retirement.
Okay. He told Rich Paul. Rich Paul's his agent, right?
Yeah.
He told Rich Paul, I'm gonna chill here in Akron. You go talk to the teams. You come tell me what they offering. So what Rich Paul tells him, look here, bro. if you want to play for a good team, you're gonna have to play for about $8 million a year. Or is he willing to do that? That's the thing. That's a serious pay cut we talking about.
He's close to a billionaire. What is it? What does it matter?
I'm with you. I'm with you, Jody. I'm just saying,
how
is
much money
LeBron
is too
willing to
much
do
money?
that? I'm with you. But is LeBron willing to do that to have a chance at winning the championship? He'd be making pretty much what his son's making.
True. Kathy said he wants to play with his other son. Kimi said he doesn't go to the Warriors. I say Cavs or retire. He said and do a podcast drinking wine. Jason said they got to be one of the contagious floor if he went Mike to Miami. Congested floor.
Yeah.
Kimi said his other son is trash. Donald said go to the Houston and play point guard. And then Donald said, but he is worth $50 million to any other team business side. Now, if it may kill your roster paying him the money, but most owners care about money more than winning. And then Kathy said, what about John Morant last year contract? We'll talk about him in just a minute. And Big Perk said, mad at Rich Paul. But my thing is, like, we gave our take on LeBron James, but let's talk about the other things that's went on. And it hasn't really sunk in yet. They were trying to give this guy away. John Morant, they couldn't give him away. And what they got back in return is criminal, what they got back in return. Because they offered him to Portland, I think a year or two ago, and it was a lot more lucrative trade package than this bullshit they got. They traded Jeremy Grant, who don't even get in the game, and I don't even remember Chris Murray even getting in the goddamn game. And that's what you get in return? So, Ray, what do you think about John Morant going out here? I think they got a steal for him going out to play for the Portland Trail Blazers, in my opinion, because he still can play basketball. Talk to me about John Morant going to Portland.
I think it was a dumb move because you got one of the most exciting players in the NBA when he's on the court where nobody in the country is going to watch him. Who's staying up until 12:30, 1 o'clock to watch a Portland Trail Blazers game? That's not on the West. That's not on the West Coast.
If they're good, people watch. They watch Clyde Drexler.
They watched Clyde Drexler. We watched Clyde Drexler when he was playing Michael Jordan or somebody. We didn't watch Clyde Drexler win every night. You can. It didn't. TV didn't work that way back then.
No, if the Portland Jackson. If Portland was on TV, because my favorite player was Terry Porter.
Okay,
that was my favorite player for Portland.
Okay, but we didn't even got to go that far. Was you watching Dame when Dame was getting them to the playoffs?
You watched Dame. Dame was much watch TV. Yeah.
How much was somebody or most people, the casual fan? I ain't talking about you, Jody. You're an anomaly. I'm talking about the casual fan ain't staying up to watch the Portland Trail Blazers. They're not. And so that was the whole thing with Dame, with Dame when he was there before. They like, bro, I didn't even know how good Dame was until like the playoffs or to the All-Star game or something like that, because they didn't get to watch him on a regular basis. So Ja going out there, now you're going to have Dame coming back next year. You got Ja going in there. He's one of the most exciting jumpers, athletic, players in the league right now, him and Ant-Man. And people are not going to really get to see him.
But this is the difference where to get you. So this is the difference. We know who Ja Morant is, so now people are going to set their TVs because you see, man, I saw a dunk that didn't count when he dunked on Wemby. I said, oh shit, it didn't count. But they're going to set that.
I remember that.
Now, if he was a rookie, I would agree with what you said. But we know how explosive Ja can be if he's on the court. And I think him going out to Portland is the best thing for him because you ain't getting in a lot of trouble out there. So talk to me about this trade right here.
Like you said, they got Ja for a bag of hot Cheetos and a couple second round picks. This is what the value of this guy is. He fell off so fast, bro. He went from being top of the league. Oh, this guy might be the future of the NBA to, yeah, we didn't really want him on our roster anymore. The kid been hurt the last 2 to 3 years. Had all these issues with weapons. He can't shoot. I'm not saying he's not explosive. He can dunk and stuff like that, but I just don't think he plays winning basketball. I don't like his attitude. That can change. But for right now, what I've been seeing him do, I'm not a big fan of Ja Morant's game, and I don't think what he does is going to help Portland or any other NBA team win. I think you can see that by what they gave up in draft picks.
Jason said he used to watch the Jailblades. We did with Rasheed Wallace. Them we did used
Oh
to watch
yeah,
the Jailblades.
David
Remember
Stoudemire.
Rasheed and Steve
Yeah.
Smith and Scottie Pippen. So yeah, we did watch those guys.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this is the thing, guy. I gotta go against the grain on saying that Ja is not one of the most effective players. He don't play winning basketball. The reason why I say he does is when he was healthy, the Memphis Grizzlies was the second team in the Western Conference when he played. That's not winning basketball.
That was 4 years ago.
When that's what I'm saying. When he plays, the Memphis Grizzlies were a contender every year. The whole problem is he didn't play as much as he needed to. But his resume speaks for itself. The guy still is explosive. I think a year away from, getting away from Memphis. Memphis didn't want him because of the stuff that he did, and rightfully so. I think that he should have parted ways with him. But Memphis is about to be some bullshit. Memphis is, hey, King Mix, you about to get mad. Memphis is about to be weak as fuck. And I'm going to get to that in a minute as far as when I talk about these teams ain't even fucking trying to win games. You literally traded your whole starting five away when you was one of the best teams in the league. You traded every Bang is gone. Triple J is gone. Steven Adams is gone. Now John Morant, Dylan Brooks. You had a really good team in Memphis if you let the motherfucker cook. Y'all motherfuckers ain't letting them cook. God damn. Now y'all garbage.
How many playoff series did John Morant lead the Grizzlies to when he was in Memphis being this great basketball player? Did he win one playoff series?
He was the number 2 seed in the Western Conference twice.
No, nigga, that ain't what I asked you. I asked you how many playoff series did he win. I don't give a fuck about no
Did
seeds.
he win?
Don't mean nothing. The Sacramento Kings were the 2 seed. They don't mean shit.
When was Sacramento the 2 seed? When was Sacramento back in 02?
Golden State.
02?
When they played Golden State a few
No,
years
they
ago,
wasn't. They was 3 seed. They was 3 seed.
2, 3, whatever. They lost in the first round.
Like you said, King Mix said he won 2 series. That's what King Mix just said.
They won 2 series winning in 5 years. They won 2 series in 5 years.
Guess what? When he plays, they go to the playoff. When he don't play, that's how important he is. When he don't play, they don't win.
The nigga never plays. You can't count on a nigga that don't never show up and play.
But I think a change of scenery makes it where he's going to be able to play.
Yeah, no.
You're saying he's faking injuries.
No, they told him not to play. Remember he got suspended. That's why he didn't play. He got suspended.
I'm about to say he didn't. He wasn't even hurt last year.
I think he wasn't fragile too.
I mean, you would think the way he plays. I've been saying this since he got drafted. He needs to develop a jumper and then start using that floater instead of trying to dunk on every goddamn thing. Nevertheless, he's exciting to watch, and that's what I'm talking about. We know the Trailblazers ain't gonna win nothing with him. I don't think he's gonna win. I don't think they're gonna win.
I mean, we're gonna get to that in a moment. How teams are trying to really build. They got some young talent on that team. I think they're gonna have to move a couple guys. I think they move Scoop. I think you can get Henderson. I think you can get some great value for him. I think you move Drew Holiday. He's been in the league down 8. We talk about LeBron James playing a long time. You know Drew Holiday been in the league 18 years.
Yeah.
So you move those 2 guys, get some compensation. People forget about Shaedon Sharp. That nigga is a beast out there. We don't even talk about how good this guy is. So you put him and John Morant, those 2 of the highest jumpers in the NBA. Then what's the Donna 9, the one kid, the foreign guy that's all-star? Yeah. He's really good. And
he's their best player.
Hey, Jody, they gonna be in the air fighting for John Morant gonna pull a gun out on Sharp mid-air because they're gonna be trying to get that damn alley-oop.
Hey, what's that movie with Tupac when they pull their gun out at the end of the game but they were losing? What's that movie with Tupac? You know what I'm talking about, right?
You talking about Brother Rim.
Brother Rim.
Hey,
you know what to do. Handle your business.
King Minx wanted to. He said he would have rather got Scoop Henderson, but I think they can get a great value. I think Scoop Henderson, a team that need a guard. He's young. I don't think Scoop Henderson is even 21 years old. And he showed he had flashes in the playoffs where he had a 30-point ball against San Antonio. So I think that's a guy that you can dangle to the Houston Rockets. Like, hey, dangle that right there. Hey, y'all need guard help. But we'll get to that in a moment.
That's another to Ray's point about Portland. No one saw Scoot Henderson play to the playoffs. No one watched it. That's another point. No one was really watching this. And he was like the number 2 pick in the draft that year.
Yeah. But we got you saying that, but it's a lot of teams on the West Coast. Nobody really watched the Clippers, even with Kawhi Leonard. Only team that people watch on the West Coast is the Lakers. Let's keep it real. Nobody watched Utah.
And Golden State.
Well, Golden State, but not anymore. Nobody give a fuck about Golden State since they ain't winning.
Are you saying the Sacramento Kings don't have a lot of fans?
Nigga, you say one more thing about the fucking Sacramento Queens. Motherfucker. But let's talk about something that hasn't happened officially, but we know that it's about to happen, guys. We know that there are going to be circumstances. Jason said, Barstow, we know, guess what? LA is about to get a lot of dick out there. LA is going to get
What?
dick. They're going to get dick down out
No.
there. We got the Clippers. Once again, I just did a take on the goddamn Clippers, and I told y'all the Clippers are a fucked up organization. Now you trade again your best player, Kawhi Leonard. He goes and you send him back to the Raptors, and all you get in return is Brandon Ingram and a lot of dick.
No, they got more than that.
They got more than dick.
Yeah.
They got a Grady one.
It's pink.
No, but and they got a couple first round draft picks.
Unprotected at that.
Unprotected. So talk to me, man, about this trade. It hasn't officially happened, but we know it's going to happen. And Kawhi Leonard said this is the only team in the league that he's willing to sign an extension with. But this is just the team that he said he didn't want to sign an extension with. But he's the only he brought a championship to these guys. Talk to me about Kawhi Leonard going back to Canadian countries and Canadian soil.
I mean, I think the Clippers got over on Toronto in this one. Brandon Ingram's still a good player. Grady Dick, I don't expect him to be playing much. He might not even make the team. They might end up cutting him. But those two unprotected picks and can really help this team out. Because Kawhi Leonard, we all know, like you said, Joe, when healthy, he's really good. But that's the issue. The kid can't stay healthy. This past year, he played pretty healthy, but he's getting older.
2 years in a row.
Yeah, they ain't even made the fucking playoffs. They suck. The Clippers suck. And Kawhi Leonard ain't really done no winning since he left Toronto. I think they did make that run with the Clippers. I think he was hurt then too. I think PG-13 was leading that team. I think Kawhi Leonard got hurt that playoffs too.
But he did beat your Dallas Mavericks, and that's what got him over the hump. Because I was in Texas and I almost got in a fight when Dallas lost to them. Because we was at the Range. You know where the Ranger Stadium is?
Yeah.
So they got that big ass TV, and every time, I'm a big time Kawhi Leonard fan. Every time they score, I was yelling, and everybody was looking at me like, "Who is this dude?" And I was like, "Y'all ain't gonna do nothing to me." And Ray know how I act. I'm like, "Y'all niggas ain't gonna do nothing to me. I'm gonna keep fucking cheering. What y'all gonna do?" And they put me out.
Get out, boy.
They put me out. My mom was like, Jody. I said, they ain't gonna do nothing, mama. And I wish they would say something to you. I'm sorry.
They ain't gonna do nothing. They just all talk.
It's crazy work. But Ray, what do you think about Kawhi Leonard going back to Toronto, who is got a lot of talent, took Cleveland took them to 7 games, and they could have with Kawhi Leonard, maybe they could have made a run. What do you think about him and Scotty Barnes together?
I think that'd be cool. I don't know. He must have some trim he was trying to get back to up in Toronto or something. Because I don't really understand why he would want to go back there. Maybe he's trying to get in Drake's good graces or something. I don't know. But I do believe that the Clippers won in this one. I think Brandon Ingram, being a younger player, can go out there and still give you 22 to 25 points. I like Brandon Ingram there.
Do we? We talking about the same guy that averaged like 3 points a game in the playoffs this year. We talking about the same guy that's been hurt. Just as Kawhi Leonard has played more games the last 2 years than Brandon Ingram. But this guy we talking about?
Yeah, he made it to the playoffs. Where was Kawhi Leonard this year?
Yeah, it wasn't because of him. It was because of Scotty Barnes, and I told you how good Scotty Barnes was, and it was because they got the booty bandit and RJ Barrett. You got 2 guys on that team. Brandon Ingram did not even do nothing on that. Go look at his average. Matter of fact, the last couple games, he didn't even play in the playoffs. And this is a guy that missed more time.
He was hurt. Yeah, he was hurt.
Kawhi Leonard has played more time the last 2 years than Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram, this is what his 4th team. Lakers, Pelicans, Raptors, now back to the Clippers.
This Kawhi 4 team too, right? Kawhi been on about 4 fucking teams.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard is on 4 teams, but Kawhi Leonard got 2 championships, 2 finals MVP. We talking about a guy that played with this team. He was with the Clippers for like 7 or 8 years, and then he was on San Antonio for like six years. So we talking about only team that he played for 1 year was Toronto, which he didn't even play the whole year. Now he's about to go back to Toronto. So this really is 3rd team because it's the same team that he's going back to. Jason said to Houston, and then Richard Novell. What's up, Richard Novell? But he said I think Kawhi should have fixed any past issue with the Spurs and went there. And then Jay said the Rockets need a secondary score. I thought he was gonna go back to the Spurs. But I think he's so pissed off with the Spurs. He like, man.
Jody, if you, bro, I'm telling you, if you was here, the Spurs on the local radio here, the Spurs fans want no parts of Kawhi Leonard. They really, really hate that man down here. They really think they got in their mind that he did them wrong. So they don't want no parts of Kawhi Leonard down here.
What did he do that was so bad that you can't mend a relationship now?
Well, he came down here and said that the organization was lying on him. He was really hurt. But remember, all the Spurs players in the organization say he was fine. He said that shit, they were lying, and they did him wrong. They were trying to force him to play. He wasn't ready to play. It was a lot of dirty shit that was going on down here. His uncle, I don't know if his uncle was still his agent. His uncle was down here talking crazy. Till the Spurs were trying to find this guy. He was hiding from Papa. It was a lot of shit going on down here, bro. So I don't think that the local here, they don't want no parts of it. Now, mind you, if you got here and they start winning, they probably get over that shit. But right now on the outside, they don't want him back here.
I can dig that. Donald said Kawhi put a master class in abusing power and not letting the league control you. Player power is great. And then Jason said they gave him number. He said he gave his number away, so he wouldn't be able to go there and have his own number anyway. They gave his number away. Talking about Kawhi Leonard. But this is my thing. This is my question. And before we go on to the NFL situation, where we'll talk about that and some legalities over there. Has anybody else got signed since we've been on the show?
No, I haven't seen anything.
That's crazy. This is the weakest fucking free agent show. They'll never rival the NFL. When you thought that they had the time where the free agents, you would think free agents would be flying off the shelf, and they still are sitting on that. We still waiting on trades and Jaylen Brown. We still waiting on shit like this. The NBA just don't have the luster that the NFL has when it comes to free agency.
Breaking news. Kobe Sanders has signed with the LA Clippers.
Who?
I know. Who the fuck is Kobe Sanders? That Deion Sanders' son? I don't know who the fuck Kobe Sanders is. But he signed a 4-year.
Ray would have his jersey. I'm just saying.
He signed a 4-year deal with the Clippers. I don't know who the fuck Kobe Sanders is. I don't know who he is.
Yeah, they naming some guys. But real quick, man, before we go on to the NBA set, I'm gonna ask you so first on this one. And this is, I had a really bone to pick, and I'm speaking with the NBA and then I'll get to the other sports. But ownership, it don't look like these guys are really trying to win basketball game. I don't see nobody really being serious, even after seeing the New York Knicks win a championship after 53 years. And to be honest, that New York Knicks team ain't no roster-wise, ain't no all-time great team. Let's keep it real. That's not all. That team. It was several teams that probably have more talent. It just right now, Jalen Brunson put it all together at the right time. And shout out to Jalen Brunson being the MVP of the NBA Finals. But do you look around the league? Are teams really being serious? And I remember I had to take about teams not being serious, and I'm just not happy with this. And why the hell GMs and owners are not held responsible for this bullshit, these weak-ass trades? Talk to me, so.
Well, honestly, Jody, what's ruining the game, not just the three-point shooting, is these max contracts, man. You can't build a dynasty anymore because you got average players like Austin Reeves making $160 million or whatever. I mean, you can only afford so many good players because you got average mid players making great money. So you can't afford to get too many good players on your roster. And I think that's one of the biggest issues in the NBA right now. It's kind of difficult to build a squad. And look, all those great players that Oklahoma City has. They got 3 of them re-signed. I think 3 of them on the contract. The rest of them, they got to trade their bench because they can't keep everybody. It's just unless you're going to convince some guy to make $20 million a year less, which I don't see that happening. So I think the contracts is really affecting these GMs' job trying to make these teams better. You got to get lucky in the draft for them.
Okay. King Ming said Kobe Sanders owes him $50.
He got it now, so tell him to get him the money.
Jason, the Happy Lefty, said you got to blame C.J. McCollum for what's going on when he took over as being the president. And then Donald said, no, not because NBA players have said sign extensions before they get their free agency. NFL players don't have that option for the most part. They have to beg for their contracts. And Jason said the apron killed the game, and Austin Reeves is making $185 million in 4 years. It's crazy, crazy fucking work. Ray, talk to me about this, man. So you made a very compelling point. I get what you're saying. But Ray, there's zero accountability because, like you said, you got to build through the draft. And when you are an organization that draft Olowokandi with your first pick, when you are teams that pick Anthony Bennett with your first pick, and then you happen to get Deion Waiters with a couple picks later, we're talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers, Now they got lucky that LeBron James came back, and they got lucky that they hit a lick on Kyrie Irving. But for the most part, these GMs, and I'm gonna get to my take in a minute. But Ray, what do you think? When are these guys gonna take accountability for some bullshit? And I know if I'm a coach, you keep putting some bullshit on my team. How can I coach this shit?
I mean, we see it with football. We see it with basketball. Hell, that was my gripe with the Cincinnati Bengals for a long time. It just seemed like they wasn't trying to win. You know what I'm saying? You can see they moves. You're like, are y'all trying to win, or this is just the best y'all got? And I think a lot of these teams are being incentivized by not winning. You know, or they're looking at their roster. They're like, maybe this would work if we had A, B, C, and D. And I don't like. That's why I kind of don't really like watching the NBA now, because you see it and it be painfully apparent that these dudes are tanking, or not really caring on the moves that they make. And I'm in agreement with you, Jody, because it's annoying when you're watching organizations like the Wizards, or at least the Wizards is trying to do something now, but like the Washington Wizards, the Sacramento Kings, hell, I don't know what the hell Charlotte doing. They just traded away at their whole future. I'm just looking at it like, I don't understand what these organizations is doing, especially when you don't have a history of winning. The ones that have histories of winning, they're trying to do something. But
hey, why did King Ming said that Anthony Bennett gonna have a 15 for 15 on Tubi? A 15 for 15 on Tubi. He ain't gonna even get a 30 for 30. That nigga got a 15. Then he gonna get a 17 for 17. Then Jason said, look at Kawhi Leonard about to make 60 million. He said Paul George making 54 million. He said that Joel Embiid is owed 190 million over the next 3 years. He said players will get paid and phone it in, and then Charlotte is going to be a good team. Jason thinks Charlotte, he still believes in Charlotte because now they're opening up for the Con Knipples of the world, Brandon Miller's, guys that they drafted a few years ago. But this is my point, and I'm gonna go, Ray. I'm gonna start with the Charlotte Hornets that you made mention to. You got Kobe White as your starting point guard now. Kobe White's a good player. I think he's a bench player, but we'll see him being a starting role. But you had 44 wins. That's the most wins you had, I believe, since I want to say Larry Johnson was there. I think with Larry Johnson and Alonzo Mourning was there, I think that's the most wins you had in team history. And you trade away your best player in Melo Ball, who got the game-winning shot, I believe, against the Miami Heat in that playing game to even get them into the playoffs. Now, of course, they didn't have any success, or they did not end up winning the playoff game again, the playing against Orlando. They lost to a good Orlando team. My thing is, what are you doing? You trade away two of your better premier players, and I think it's not a problem that you trade them away, but look what you got in return. You got Grayson Allen for Miles Bridges. You got Grayson Allen. You get Naz Reid for your best player. You trade your best fucking player on the roster for a guy that can't even crack the starting lineup. Like, that's my problem, because now if you send them to a team and you get an equal value, I'm okay with that. Now, Jason, I get what Jason's saying. He said that sometimes less is more. But I'm looking at organizations like that. I'm looking at organizations like the Orlando Magic. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing with Ben Chirro? You know that you realize that Ben Chirro needs some help. He's not he needs help, and you're not doing. They're the most quiet team I've seen in free agency and trades. Only thing we talked about was them getting a new head coach. You look at, me and Soul talked about it. You look at Sacramento. Sacramento don't know what the fuck tell everybody what you told me that Vlade Divac said when it was
Vlade Divac, when it was time to draft Luka, he said, I'm not going to draft him because I don't think we're going to be able to keep him. So that was his reason they drafted the brother from Duke, the skinny Marvin Bagley. They drafted Marvin Bagley over Luka because he knew Luka was a better player. He goes, I'm not going to draft him because I don't think he's going to stay here long term. That was his reason for not drafting Luka.
So what I'm saying is these teams have some of the dumbest fucking logic on not making their team better. And Kathy said what they need to do is penalize teams that play at least 75 games. Jason said Grayson Allen is a better fit than Miles Bridges. It's not that he's not a better fit. You could have got more for Miles Bridges. It's teams that are starving for an 18, 19 point a game score. You telling me that's all you can get in return? Is Grayson Allen? Come on, man. Grayson Allen. They got
something else, didn't it? They got something else besides.
Yeah,
Grayson.
but it wasn't nothing that for 18. I gotta give you 19 and 7 a game. You gotta get more in this league. Jay said the Magic are capped out. King Mink said they got Kobe. All to do is smile white for the Hornets to part the future. And he said he liked what Charlotte did. Nobody wants Miles Bridges. This guy, I mean, evidently they want in Phoenix. They think out of Phoenix, they think they can win with him. You see they lineup. Everybody ain't know what can they do with Miles Bridges. So I'll beg to differ on saying that nobody wanted Miles Bridges.
Hey, so they got Ron O'Neal along with Grayson Allen. I mean,
basically, what are you talking about?
Ron O'Neal dead.
Foxy Brown.
Who you think you are, Ron O'Neal?
Hey, Ray, what you gonna do? What you gonna
do? Me and Jim Brown shut this motherfucker down. What the fuck you talking about?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do, Ray? Go ahead, Ray. What you gonna do?
Oh man, this nigga said Ron O'Neal.
He said I'll pay your monkey ass when I feel like it, nigga. Who you think you is, Ron O'Neal?
Nah, man. I've been enjoying 5 years.
Don't squeeze.
They put it down. He said, what you gonna do with that, Tat?
Tat, what the fuck? No, but
think you owe me some money? No, but here you go.
Hey, man, but I just think that organizations, NBA being one of, I think all the organizations need to be held accountable. And the reason why I brought this up, so last night I'm up late watching Tubi as I normally do. I watched Tubi. I didn't see the Midnight Meat Train, but I did see. I had never really watched Moneyball. I heard about it, but I never really watched it. And Billy Bean, everybody know Moneyball. Billy Bean basically had a low. His roster was only like 38 million. He went against the Yankees where they were up 2-0. Yankees come back and win that series where they could have swept them. The roster was 114 million to their 38 million dollars. The Yankees versus the Oakland A's. So Billy Bean goes to the owner and say, "Hey, man, we need some help." And he said they losing Jason Giambi, they losing Matt Damon to teams that have more money. Boston Red Sox being one of them, the other one being the New York Yankees. And he said we'll be better next year. He said, "No, the fuck we won't. Not if you don't give me no money." So the scene that made me think about you, Soul, was they went to the room where Billy Bean had all these old ass scouts in his room. They old than the motherfucker. These motherfuckers talking about somebody's swing and he looks the par. And I was so disappointed when I looked at that movie. Like we just fucking talked about it. It was ironic that I ran. This is the first time I've ever seen Moneyball. I do apologize for only seeing it. Brad Pitt did fantastic in that movie. And it was a whole bunch of old ass scouts. So that's the problem. We got too many motherfuckers. Because he went to one dude and said, "Whose nephew are you?" No, Billy, the Brad Pitt character, Billy Bean said, "Whose nephew?" It was the dude, Jonah. It was Jonah Hill playing that part. He said, "Whose nephew are you?" He said, "What did you say? Well, we can't even get a player like whose nephew?" The analytics guy. So talk to me about that. Maybe the scouting departments and the GMs need to stop hiring family members and actually put the jobs on Indeed so we can get that job.
Hey, Jody, we know nepotism is a real thing. You remember Steve Kerr hired his son Nick Kerr. Am I saying that right? Because if I say it wrong, it's gonna sound like should I call him Nicholas Kerr or just call him Nick Kerr?
He might be a Negro. You know when you're a Negro? No, you know when you're a Negro? When you're a Negro. But but it's crazy that you bring up nepotism. But it's only good with that. But when LeBron James do it, everybody's up in arms when LeBron James fucking do it. They've been doing this shit since the beginning of time. Joe Gibbs' son, Bill Belichick's son. The list goes on where the Paytons, what's the one? The Shanahans. Motherfuckers ain't never played football before, but they got jobs. But nobody gives a fuck. But then when LeBron do it, it's a fucking problem. Go ahead, Ray.
Hey, it's because these niggas is winning. Them niggas, the Shanahans win.
Like, they do win.
What did Cal Shanahan? What he won yet?
He don't been in multiple Super Bowls.
What he won yet though?
No. Listen, hear what I'm saying. They at least they're getting there. Like if they were bad at their job, that would be something totally different. These niggas is actually good at their jobs for someone who's never played football. And think about it, most of the coaches in the NFL have never played football.
They said don't disrespect Cal Shanahan. Like King Mink said, what about Andy Reid's son? He wasn't that great. I'm not talking about the daddies. The daddies are fantastic. But these sons outside of Cal Shanahan, there's a couple other sons that did well. Lane Kiffin living off his daddy's name in football. Basketball,
he stayed with a job.
Steve Kerr, like you said, so Steve Kerr's son What like my thing is nepotism only matters when it's a certain person.
Tell you right now, if
Luke
I was the head
Walton.
coach of a team, I'm hiring my son. I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks.
That's my point. So why was everybody mad at LeBron getting his son on?
Because it's LeBron James. But everything LeBron does is elevated to another level.
But you can make up a coaching position and get him on get him on there. He can be the coach of watching the towels, you know what I'm saying, and put him out there. When you are actually taking up a roster spot for somebody who can actually benefit the team, that's when people start looking at it like, I have no problem with him being for the nepotism part. I just got a problem when you own a prestigious or a franchise organization like the Lakers, and you bring somebody on there like that can't help your team at all.
He's a 15 person off the bench. They only dressed 12. Like, I mean, he was the 54 pick of the draft. Go around the league. There's a lot of 54 picks of the draft on somebody's team, and nobody give a fuck.
Right.
Why did King Ming said he said, come Jody, you said Bill Belichick's son don't even claim him. Well, he got him on his roster down in North Carolina. Soul said that he's going to be the new head coach. That's why he's on their roster, even though North Carolina is god awful. And Kathy said Marty Schottenheimer, excuse my spelling. Yeah, the Schottenheimers. Yeah, because his son is the coach now of the Dallas Cowboys. But my thing is, you only see that you see it and nobody blinks an eye. But as soon as LeBron James' son is on, everybody like, oh, why you do that? Why you do this? And he taking no, man. They do, like, it's a lot of coaches that got their job just because. But that's hard. He said hold on. Donald said, before I get to this NFL portion, Donald said he said everything. He said everything in the black world is Jay-Z and LeBron's fault. Yeah, like it's like, come on, when the fuck? Why is it LeBron's fault? Actually, LeBron is the reason why niggas getting paid. The TV deals came from LeBron. These major contracts come from LeBron. That's why I say LeBron should be able to play basketball until he can't dribble the ball no more, because I'm telling you, the ratings will drop with LeBron not playing. They haven't really got a new face of the NBA yet, and they've been trying for years to get a face of the NBA, and every time they try to get one, it just don't go right.
I can't go with that, Joey. I think you're wrong, bro. I don't think the NBA needs LeBron James anymore.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. I'm not saying LeBron hasn't done his part. He's done a lot for the league, but I think they'll be fine one day. We said the same thing when Jordan left, and all these
and the ratings went through the fucking floor
but the NBA's got a lot of young superstars that build.
So who the face of the league?
The guy that plays down the street from here. They're building the NBA around this motherfucker. Everyone's gonna watch the Spurs for the next 10 to 15 years because it's alien that lives down the street from me. Well, my house ain't that good, but he lives around here somewhere.
He has to be able to. He said, "Big advice is here." My thing is, you have to. They want to make Wemby the face of the NBA, but Wemby is not American. Let's keep it all the way real. They want somebody that got like more charisma that can take the not just on the court but off the court too. Right? Who do you think is gonna be the face?
I mean, I was just gonna say that they're not doing anything now. Like, the ratings to me are down now.
No, they up.
They
up because of streaming.
Yeah, but who are actually watching these games? Because
Donald, get on here. Donald brought the numbers. Donald, can you put the numbers on the ratings in the NBA, please?
But they got to be comparable to something. Are they going to be compared to where they was 5-6 years ago?
But you got to think, Ray, that New York Knicks series was the highest watched final since
but
92 or some shit like that.
But that's the end of it, because that was all in New York. Like, everybody in New York was watching that goddamn game. That's why the Knicks don't care about nobody except for the Knicks. We see that with Jay Kane. You know what I'm saying? But I think that you really don't need a face of the NBA right now, because it is to me, it's at a low point. I think it got raised a little bit with these finals just because it was the Knicks. But had that been somebody else playing in that finals,
if it was OKC, I don't think we'd be watching like this.
They wouldn't have cared.
Hey, why did King Ming say it's Drake's fault too?
What did Drake do?
Everything is Drake's fault.
Did Drake lose another rap battle or what?
If it's definitely, for all the light-skinned cats, it's Drake's fault. Like if they lose a fight, man, see Drake, man, why did you should have beat Kendrick.
Hey, why did Kathy said they have lost me as a fan. I haven't watched since 2003. But like I said, go look at the ratings. Donald will give us the numbers, or Jason, if you can give us the numbers on the NBA ratings. I think the ratings are higher than they have been. Now I don't know why. I think it's more of the streaming, and I think it's because it's more international. You got people watching. Donald said NBA ratings are up lately. They have overseas base fans. I just said that now they have, depending on the biggest thing is keeping the players off TV more. The bad whack what they speak on the games make people watch to see how they rating went back up, and inside the NBA with Shaq and Barkley lost airtime. So basically with Shaq and them, they want to see Shaq and Kenny and them and Ernie. And then Key Ming said, Ray, why Drake haven't performed at the BET Awards? Come on, man. And then Jay said the NBA was a boom for the NBA. He said the NBC was a boom for it. But let's get to the NFL. And this is a little bit more serious topic that we're talking about. It's not really necessarily NFL, but it is NFL. Detroit Lions have cut cornerback Teran Arnold, the former Alabama standout cornerback. He was going into his third year. Of course, he's been arrested for kidnapping and armed robbery. I'm hoping, like me and Saul talked about, I hope this is a misunderstanding. Hope that they got him mixed up with somebody. But Ray, this is the issue. Like a lot of times, do you think NFL teams jump the gun a little bit, not knowing what it is, the verdicts with this guy? Couldn't they have put him on like the pub list or inactive list until they find out what actually happened with him?
I think they do know. They probably know something that we don't know. For them to cut him like that, they know something more than what we know. Because you gotta think they're protecting their assets. However, was he really balling out for him? He was getting torched last year.
He was young.
He's solid, but he was getting torched last year. Listen, I was sitting there like, dang, this dude been getting ate the heck up. But nevertheless, you want to keep him on your roster because he's he can play good, but he just didn't last year. They could, I think sometimes they do jump the gun. I don't think in this one that they did. I think they kind of know kind of concrete, and it just haven't been made public yet.
I can see that, right? That's a good point. But remember the kid out of Atlanta? James, what's his name? So the DN from Atlanta, that the young fella, the rookie that got he got reinstated. What was the name? The rookie from Atlanta, the DN.
Oh, the one that was messing with that
James Pierce.
James Pierce.
Everybody was ready to hang James Pierce, and it comes out that none of that stuff was true, and he didn't get cut. And I'm glad they didn't cut him. But everybody was saying his career was over, and no, it's not. He's going to play football as usual. So,
but like you just said, Atlanta didn't overreact. The fans and the media tried to overreact, right?
Right.
I think with this, we don't know if they're overreacting. I think they know more than what we know, so that's why they was like, "Nah, let's go ahead and distance ourselves from this all the way together." And it's probably because of the charges too.
Right.
That kidnapping is serious, so they want to stay away from that at all costs.
You look like Ray. You look like when Martin was talking. Remember, he was talking about Pam, and remember Tommy was like, "You got to ease up." He was like, "Whoa,
whoa."
Hey, Donald said, from my understanding, he was talking back. He was taking back some stuff that was stolen from him, and he got cut. That means he's not that good, and the NFL players have to stand up and get some guaranteed contracts and lead. Won't cut bait so fast. So talk to me. We talked about this. Ray made a very, very interesting point. Great point of view on that. Talk to me. Did the Detroit Lions overreact, or could they have put him on like a what's the commissioners cannot play list, so you can still fill that roster spot but not cut bait with him so fast?
The exempt list or something like that.
Yeah.
I agree with Ray. They know more than what we know. They probably don't do their private investigation. Probably ain't come out yet, but I know the brother had $1 million bond to get out of prison. That's a lot of money. And I'm with. I don't know, man. I'm not saying you should jump the gun sometimes, but these athletes need to start making smarter decisions, man. You got to be careful. You're hanging out with the shit that you're doing. You can lose a lot. You can lose your career. You can lose everything. I'm not trying to make excuse for the guy, these players. I just want them to start making better decisions, man, and start hanging with the different groups of people. Maybe he might have been a ringleader of this. I don't know. But I just know you got to be careful, man. You got to make smart decisions. You've made it, brother. You were in the NFL. And now is the chance you might not ever play again. But behind some decision, I don't really know if he kidnapped this person. It has some, like Donald was saying, it has something to do with someone took his stuff and they went to get it back. You can't hold somebody against their will. I do know that. Sounds simple, but that's fucking kidnapping. So if that's what he did, the brother's in a lot of trouble. If that's what he did.
And the crazy thing, this happened in February. So why are we waiting until it's almost July to, I guess he got arrested in June. With all the cameras and I'm pretty sure heavy surveillance everywhere, you may be right. Y'all guys may be right. The Detroit Lions may know and done have private investigators, because I know for a fact. What's up to my man Ronnie, man? That's my dude, man. Been knowing this, man. We've been like brothers, man, since we was for 43 years. This is my thing, man. I get what y'all saying, and I know he probably needs to be with a better crowd or whatever. But with all the heavy surveillance, all the camera phones, and all that, so I'm pretty sure Detroit has probably had their own private investigators, and I know that to be true because when they're about to draft a player, them dudes they ask what your grandfather do for a living, what your daddy do for a living, where your daddy at, where your mom at, what your sister do. They want to know everything when they put in, especially I think he was a first round draft pick, I do believe, right? So he was first round pick.
Yeah.
So they probably put a lot of investment into this kid. Then he played for the Alabama Crimson Tide, so we know the guy can play football. I just feel bad that he put himself, another young brother put themselves in a position, even if he's innocent, you still put yourself in a position like this. Like, when are we going to, like Soul said, when are we going to grow to a point where, I know I don't want you to be a monk out here. I do want y'all to have fun. But where is the Ja Morants of the world? When are y'all going to learn from the Ja Morants, the Pac-Man Joneses of the world? When are y'all going to learn from their mistakes and stop making the same damn mistakes? Like, when are we going to do it? You don't have to be a thug. Why are you out? Okay, they stole your shit. You a millionaire. Go get that. Go buy that shit back, man.
You do that shit once you make it. The shit that you did in the past, you gotta stop doing that. But I think people get caught up. I gotta still show my boys, and I'm still down for this and this and that. No, bro, no, let's not do that. You got to think, man. Come on, man. You got too much to live, bro. I can tell you back a story when I was in my mid-20s. I was at my homeboy's house. We sitting over there. One of his cousins show up. They had baseball bats. Hey, man, this motherfucker jumped our cousin over here at the park. We finna go over there. We're gonna fuck him up. You riding? Nah, I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm taking my ass home. What happened? They go in there and beat the shit out of this dude with a baseball bat. They end up going to prison for damn near killing this guy. If I'd have win, I'd have been associated with that bullshit. Brothers have to start thinking for themselves, man. At least if you're gonna make a mistake, goddamn, at least let it be your goddamn decision. But you gotta start thinking for yourself, man. If not, you're gonna get caught up in some bullshit. It almost happened to Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis went through this shit. I don't think Ray Lewis had nothing to do with that, but I think the guy he was associated with had something to do with it. And I bet you after all that situation, I bet he changed his whole set of friends and people he was hanging out with after that.
Yeah, he started hanging out with preachers.
I don't blame him.
He started selling Bibles.
Hey, real quick, Kathy said Arnold is in serious trouble. Kidnapping and gun charges is too much. He said also he heard it was torture. So yeah, they know that it's probably a wrap. Donald said James Pierce, a first-round pick with a lot of talent. The man did the stuff in front of the police, but just made up with his girl and got the charges dropped. But so was Arnold. Arnold was a first-round pick too. Jason said they should have followed the career of Lawrence Phillips. Y'all remember, but I think Lawrence Phillips was really suffering from major CTE. Jason, I really believe that Lawrence Phillips didn't get the help, and I think he probably had CTE before we knew it was called CTE. You know what I'm saying? Because Lawrence Phillips was a fantastic running back out of Nebraska. He went to the LA Rams at the time, or St. Louis Rams at the time, and it's crazy. Then Jay said he needs to stop hanging with the pigeon game, doing whatever they are. But yeah, man. So I hope it's a misunderstanding. That's all I'm gonna say. If not, then I want to pray for the victims that's involved in this, and I do pray for everybody that's involved that everything works out the way it needs to, because I don't like to get in legalities of anything. We can just call Mike then. Because guess what? The sponsor of our show is Michael Wright, attorney at law. And Arnold, you may need a good lawyer, and Michael Wright can represent you. I'm dead ass serious. Call Michael Wright. He dealt with a lot of major cases here in the Dayton area. You call him at 937-222-7477. Just call Mike, attorney at law.
Michael Beasley needs to reach out to him also. It seems like his ass about to go to jail too. Behind this man, goddamn man. It's like one
what do
thing
you
else.
do? What do you do?
He got caught. He got caught cheating on games too.
The gambling.
Oh, you talking about Malik Beasley?
Malik Beasley.
I thought you said Michael Beasley.
Well, he probably did something too.
Hey, the way he acting on that daggone big three, so he might need to call Mike.
he need to call the shrink.
No, for real. He needs some real help.
I know the pivot. I know the pivot is cool, and Ryan Clark I love him, fantastic journalist. He really turned into one of my favorite journalists out here. But bro,
for sure.
My thing
he needs some real help.
They need to this dude is really he's
spiraling.
I pray for him.
He's spiraling.
King said Ray Lewis changed his life so quick he changed. He can't even stand Shannon Sharp. He said that's crazy because they ain't even cool no more. I don't think. But yeah,
they hashed it out.
Yeah, but that was our NFL portion. Wasn't a lot going on. We know that football starts in about a month, maybe 5 weeks, and now we have guys coming into camp and everything. We know it was some quarterback situations going on. But real quick before I go on, man. So, have you been peeping Tim Hasselbeck? Tim Hasselbeck is an ESPN analyst. He's a former quarterback in the NFL. I think he had a cup of coffee in the NFL. Followed his brother. He played at Boston College. Tim Hasselbeck, man, and he doesn't have anything nice to say about Shedeur Sanders, and I'm like so. It's not just Shedeur Sanders. He just he reminds me because he said something about everybody. If they not Patrick Mahomes, then everybody is trash in his eyes, man. Have you peeped Tim Hasselbeck, man?
No, he says everyone's terrible. What about him? He look in the mirror. What did he say about Shedeur?
He just basically saying that Shedeur has no chance to be a good NFL quarterback, but he said that Jackson Dart does.
Interesting. What has Jackson Dart done?
I'm trying to figure it out.
Maybe. Like I said, I didn't hear what he said, but I mean, I guess the Giants were a more stable organization. Maybe that has something to do with it. I mean, they're starting. It seems like they're starting to get back together. They got a stable head coach, and it seems like they're making some smart decisions. And that has a lot to do with if you're going to be successful or not. If you're around chaos, and that might be a problem. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. I didn't hear what he said. So
I get it, but my thing is the Browns been in the playoffs twice in the last 6 years. The Giants
have not been
overall,
in 8 years. The Giants are a better organization than
the Giants have. Okay, in recent history, the Giants have not. They have double-digit losses 8 out of 9 years.
Jody, I'm with you.
How's that a good organization recently?
Jody, but they've won multiple Super Bowls in
recently.
The last.
So
I think y'all missing the point. You said Tim Hasselbeck. He is a commentator for what station?
ESPN.
Okay. This is the same. This is the same place, that always dogs quarterbacks of a certain. So my thing is, I mean, to me, it's kind of self-explanatory, but it's like, come on, dude, you gonna dog them, you gotta dog them. It's almost like you gotta dog a Shedeur or Lamar Jackson or anybody who looks like me and you. They're gonna dog them.
Hey, Jason said Hasselbeck is a never mind. Now, before I go on to this college, we're going to cover the ACC real quick. So I'm looking at – I watched Cam. Big shout out to Cam Newton with the 4th and 1. And I was watching it. He had a clip of a guy I guess he's one of the media guys, and he was saying that Lamar Jackson is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. He also said that he's a coach killer, even though he has not played for any other coach in his career but Harbaugh. I said, how's he a coach killer? And Cam went in on it. Ray, what do you think? I'm gonna go you so last. Ray, what do you think about that? Anybody saying that Lamar Jackson's overrated, he's a coach killer?
Goes back to the point we were just talking about with Tim Hasselbeck. I mean, how can you call a 2-time MVP a guy who has done nothing but exceeded all expectations, who the Baltimore Ravens took a gamble on by moving back into the first round to grab this man at 32, and he's brought them some success. I mean, he hasn't gotten them over the hump like Flacco did, but he has brought them recent success more than what they had before Flacco or since Flacco. So, I mean, and Flacco wasn't no damn MVP either. So, I don't know what else you want from this guy, but for him to keep proving you guys wrong, and he has done that at only thing he hasn't proved people wrong yet, because they keep moving the goalposts, is he hasn't won the championship. But y'all say he couldn't play quarterback, and he's been doing that at a high level, 2-time MVP.
Donald said the same way we call James Harden overrated, they are the same exact person.
Wow.
I don't know about that.
I don't think.
Because don't James Harden only got one MVP? But anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So talk to me about this. They said that Lamar Jackson's A, overrated, and then B, he's a coach killer, even though he's only played for one coach. This is only going to be his second coach in his career, but he's a coach killer. Even though Aaron Rodgers has played under, like, how many coaches did Aaron Rodgers play under? How many coaches did Peyton Manning play up under? But go ahead, so.
Yeah, he's not a coach killer. Who's the dummy that said this?
I can't remember his name. So
Yeah,
it was a media guy.
He's a fucking idiot. He has 2 MVPs. He probably could have 3 or 4. Has he won a Super Bowl? No. But how long did it take the #1 overall pick, the Sheriff, to get to a Super Bowl and actually win one? Took him a long time when he was within that coast to actually get over the hump and get to a Super Bowl and win it. So let's not give up on Lamar Jackson. People are so stuck on the quarterback being a certain way. You have to sit in the pocket. You must not run, because once you start running, all of a sudden you're not the prototypical quarterback. And people make it seem like there's only one way to play quarterback. There's other ways to get this thing done. Lamar Jackson is not the prototypical quarterback, but he's very dynamic, one of the best players in the NFL since he's been in the league. Nobody even, and they doubted this man when he was winning Heisman trophies in college. No one wanted to draft him. They had to, like you said, Baltimore moved back into the first round and drafted his kid in the first round. So he's been down his whole career. So this stuff does not bother Lamar Jackson. That's why I always pull for this kid. I would like to see him actually get over the hump and win the Super Bowl. But we all know the football is the ultimate team sport. You go out there, throw 4 touchdowns, and still lose a game because you don't have no defense or any other things that go in there. Or you got Andrew, what's that tight end that dropped the pass in the end zone?
Mark Andrews.
Yeah, that type of stuff happens. So, no, Lamar Jackson's not a coach killer. He's only played for one coach, and he's definitely not overrated. That's for damn sure.
Okay. This is that bullshit. This is selective outrage. You call Lamar Jackson overrated. You call him the James Harden of football. But we don't say this about Josh Allen. Nobody says a fucking word when Josh Allen can't get it done. It's everybody else's fucking fault when Josh Allen can't beat the Denver Broncos, even though it was some bad calls. Don't get me wrong, some bad calls. But guess what? Lamar Jackson had bad calls against him in his whole career. Everybody had bad calls against him. But my thing is, nobody ever puts any pressure on Josh Allen, because I believe they was in the same draft, and I believe that Josh Allen got drafted before him. I do believe that Josh Allen been to the NFC Championship game. So has Lamar Jackson. Both of these guys have been to the same level of fucking playoffs. Both of them couldn't beat Patrick Mahomes. But guess what? Patrick Mahomes wasn't even in the playoffs last year, and Josh Allen, you couldn't beat Bo Nix. And now I love Josh Allen. And I know people like, Joe, you a hater. No, I'm just keeping it real, because Josh Allen when Josh Allen has a bad game, it's always somebody else's fault. If Lamar Jackson have a bad game, it's all on him. Everything is Lamar Jackson's fault. He can't beat Patrick Mahomes. He should have ran more. Then when he run, he should have threw more. It's like, what the fuck do you want this dude to do? My thing is, he does have 3 playoff wins. He got 5 losses or 6 losses. Okay, guess what? Soul made a great point. Guess what Peyton Manning's record was his first 7 years? He couldn't beat fucking Tom Brady his first 7 years. He couldn't. And then he finally did, and he won 2 Super Bowls. So my thing is, like, why do we blame Josh Allen? I mean, we don't blame Josh Allen, but we blame Lamar Jackson has the whole. Guess what? Lamar Jackson defense has sucked the last few years. Just keep it real. They defense sucked, but it's cool. No disrespect, right? But Joe Burrow's defense, when they let him down, it ain't Joe Burrow's fault. His defense sucked. But when Lamar Jackson defense couldn't, they let the Browns beat him, for God's sakes. The Browns beat them. And we only won 3 games that year. But come on, guys. but Lamar Jackson's overrated. And then you're gonna say it's like motherfuckers get on social media or they get in this media. And I'm glad we're in the media because I'm correcting all motherfuckers for this point. Y'all just be saying shit because y'all want clickbait. We ain't doing clickbait on Instagram. So we're gonna keep that shit funky like we always do.
Yeah.
Fuck is you talking about? He a coach killer when he don't even play for one goddamn coach. That don't even make goddamn sense. Final thought, Ray, on this.
Nah, I just want to know how many coaches did he play for in Louisville? Because what the hell are we talking about?
Petrino, he only played for one, right?
Petrino got himself fired.
He was dipping in that Kool-Aid. That's what
Petrino had that neck brace on.
That nigga was dipping in the Kool-Aid.
Hey, you know why he had that neck brace on?
That nigga, hey, you know sometimes you
gotta go downtown. What's that 30 zone?
Hey, so
he was trying to do the reverse hurricane.
You gotta get in the sniper position so you won't hurt your neck, nigga. You gotta sniper that shit, my boy. You gotta sniper that shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about out there. And if you don't, if y'all don't, y'all don't. Kathy said, I think Lamar Jackson needs to keep his nerves in check. I think overthinking plays. What do y'all think? I don't necessarily think he overthinks plays. I think that sometimes he's a player that gets out here and he wants to make the big play. What do you think about this, sir?
I mean, does he need to play better in certain spots? Yeah, he'll tell you that. If he was on the show right now, which he's welcome to be on here, he'll tell you the same thing. Just certain spots, because he's a real leader. He'll come out there and tell you, man, I got to play better in certain spots. So it's not a perfect player. Every player has issues. So it's not like Lamar Jackson is your only quarterback that doesn't play great in every spot of the game. So that's just football, sports, period.
It's crazy work, Ray. Baltimore lost. Did Lamar Jackson miss that field goal? Was that him that missed that field goal? Oh. And then y'all cut the nasty man that would have probably hit that field goal. Y'all cut the nasty man. But I digress. Donald said winning is a myth, and greatness is only matter when a player is weaker than the player and they have to bring team stuff into another, and anybody can win a Super Bowl. Winning is overrated. I say it all the time. How the fuck is anybody winning the Super Bowl, Donald? I love you to death, but if that was the case, why is these other quarterbacks not winning if anybody can do it? Why is it that the Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl this year, but they had the same damn team with Geno Smith, but they didn't win it? Same fucking team. We got people. I don't like that concept. If anybody can win, why when the Rams didn't win the Super Bowl, they went and got Matthew Stafford and they won the Super Bowl?
Well, are we talking about quarterbacks? Is Donald's talking about quarterbacks winning the Super Bowl? Is that what he's talking about?
He just talking about. He said winning is overrated. But my thing is, if anybody can do it, then why the fuck didn't Jared Goff win a Super Bowl with the same exact team that Matthew Stafford won one with?
You know who says winning is overrated? Fucking losers. That winning is not. I'm not calling Donald a loser. I'm just saying the people that lose, they say, "Oh, it's not that." Just like motherfuckers that say, "I don't care about having a lot of money." Motherfuckers, you ain't got no money. You know, people that don't have it, they always say it's not that important. Believe me, these dudes play sports. They want to fucking win.
I say this too. Everybody keeps talking about what about the Baltimore Ravens when they won. I said Trent Dilfer. Do y'all realize that he wasn't the starting quarterback? It was fucking Tony Banks, and Tony Banks couldn't score a goddamn touchdown. So stop saying anybody can do it, because anybody can do it. Tony Banks would have won that Super Bowl that year. and guess what? Tampa Bay or Brad Johnson won the Super Bowl. Anybody couldn't fucking do it because Sean King couldn't do it.
Well, they changed the quarterback and the coach also with Tampa Bay. They changed Tony Dungy out for Gruden. Mm-hmm. They had just a little bit more offense, because their offense wasn't great. It was just a little bit more offense to make that team get them over the hump.
But Brad Johnson played quarterback under Tony Dungy.
No, he didn't. So no, he didn't, bro. King. No, he didn't, Jody. No, he didn't.
He didn't play.
No.
So they brought a quarterback and a coach in, and they won in the first year.
Yep. They had that great defense, because that defense wasn't because of that quarterback. But this is my opinion. Didn't Tampa Bay score like 4 defensive touchdowns in that game or something like that?
But the point I'm trying to make is, I get that, but it matters who's under center, bro. Like, if that's the case, why Dan Marino don't have a Super Bowl? Why, it's like
it's a team sport. Like I was saying, it's the ultimate team sport. I think Sam Darnold's overrated as well. Sam Darnold's not a good fucking quarterback. He has good moments, but he's not a great quarterback. He was on a really good team.
You don't have to be great. Sometimes you just got to be good enough at that time. Donald said you play to win, but think about it. Eli has 2, and he is 50 quarterbacks better, and that's cool. But he played when he needed to. He was clutch first of all, Eli Manning is one of the most clutch quarterbacks of all time. Go look up his numbers. Look how many comebacks he got. But see, people don't like that. Is he good the whole game? Some people ain't good the whole game. Shit. Some people ain't good the whole game. Some people good when they need to be good. And that's why
Jordan, I mean, they would say get that. We got that honey dip, and you give her that trash penis, and then when she get ready to leave, you lay it down. She be like, I ain't going over. Yeah,
hey,
I'm gonna hold it back on you, girl.
So I call that possum penis.
Explain yourself, brother. Explain yourself.
Hey, you give them that possum penis because you can't give them too much, but you can't give them too little. So I give them that possum penis. I play possum, and then when they talking about they about to leave, I turn into the Incredible Hulk with that.
Hey, you trying to
where you going?
Hey, Jordy, what was that dude's name that had the tattooed gun on tattooed on his hip? The guns. What was that dude's name? We were talking about him before that the porn star. He turned into that motherfucker. He had the gold teeth. What was that brother's name, man? We were talking about him before.
I can't even remember him. That might have been Mike. That wasn't me. Hey, but real quick, man, we if you remember, break it up. We're gonna talk before we get you guys out of here, man. We got college football is right around the corner. I think we're 74 days away from the first game. We talked about the Big Ten. We talked about the SEC. Now we're talking about the ACC, which So and Ray like to call it the air conditioner conference. I didn't say that. They did. But anywho.
Guilty.
So give me your favorites. Give me your top 3 teams in the ACC. Who are your top 3 teams in the ACC?
Well, I'm definitely going the team that didn't win it last year, their conference, that almost won a championship. I'm going to Miami Hurricanes. I think they're going to be right there in the mix this year. I expect Florida State to bounce back. I would like to see if they can bounce back and make a run in this conference. And possibly, this sounds crazy. I know you guys think, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm going to go. I like Virginia Tech. I like the new head coach. I like what he's going to bring it down there. He's not as much pressure coaching Virginia Tech as it was at Penn State. So, Kirk Franklin, are you with me? Get Virginia Tech back on track. We'll see. Those are my 3 teams I got in the ACC.
Ray, what do you like? Who's your top 3 teams in the ACC? Who's your teams?
I think Miami will be right there at the top. I think Clemson might be able to make a comeback run. I don't think they're completely out of it. And I will probably say, like, my surprise sleeper team, who probably will play better this year, is Louisville. I think they got some new recruits coming in that's going and some transfers coming in that's going to be beneficial for them.
Okay, I'm gonna go with some of the picks that I seen that had good years last year, and I think they're gonna keep it rolling. And the winner of this conference, I think, is definitely gonna be Clemson. I think Dabo Swinney has found out he needs to use the transfer portal. I think that he understands that he needs to spend money to win. We got to think the Clemson Tigers had an elite run for 5 years that matches with anybody. That's Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia. You know, being able to beat Alabama 2 of the 3 years to win a championship with 2 different quarterbacks. I think Dabo Swinney, like, yeah, I got to get a good quarterback. They got a guy coming in. Let's see if Clemson can keep it moving. Clay Covenant was supposed to be that number 1 quarterback in the country when he got there, and he didn't live up to the expectation. You know, he had a good junior year, but his senior year was lackluster. So I got Clemson as number 1. I got Miami at number 2. I agree. Miami may have gotten their swagger back, but I still think they're going to be another year without winning the ACC. I think they have never won the ACC since they've been in this conference. Since they came over from the Big East. They won't win it this year because I think Clemson actually still wins it. And I like the Louisville pick. That was a great pick. So, I mean, Ray, I like that pick. But I'm going to go Virginia. Virginia is a team that lost to Duke when they could have actually made it into the 12-team playoff. Their quarterback is actually back this year. They got a lot of the pieces in Virginia. They're well coached in Virginia. They snuck up on a lot of teams last year, only having 3 losses on the season. I like them as being one of my top 3 teams in the ACC. So, Ray, you gave your sleeper team, but what team do you think is that everybody think is going to be good? They're not going to be. They're going to be bad.
Florida State. You know, Florida State gave us that. Florida State gave us that.
Yeah, girl.
He's stupid. I think Florida State gave us that possum run last year, like Jody be giving possum.
It's called possum penis, Ray.
Jody, just don't give him the turtle penis. Don't give the turtle penis is work, bro. That means it's in the shell.
I'll be playing dead.
Hey, I just think they gave it in reverse. It started out good, and it was like, nah, don't want to. I don't want to play no more. But yeah, I think it's definitely gonna be Florida State.
Hey Ray, you know how you about to you act like you sleep and you act like you shocked when she taking your drawers off. You like, all right,
Hey,
anyway.
that's the first mistake. You shouldn't be having draws on in the first place. That's your first mistake right there.
Hey, when you
gotta
live
stay
alone,
ready,
nigga,
baby.
you gonna wake up butt naked. I gotta check my door, make sure it's locked.
You gotta stay ready.
Yo, I don't want to be ready.
Hey, Jody, Ray, when I was at my grandmother's house, we didn't have no air conditioning, right? We had like a little box window fan or whatever shit. You know, down here, tell you how this shit, bro. I slept naked all the time. I said, man, you know, motherfucker doesn't come in here because shit, it's hot the motherfucker.
Right here like this, all sprawled out.
Just hope the covers don't come off when somebody come up in here.
Hey, so who do you think is people think they may be good? Not saying they're gonna win the conference, but they think they're gonna be good, but they're not in the ACC.
Jody, you said it. I know you don't like this. I don't like Clemson. I don't like their head coach. I don't like the way he walks. I don't like the way he talks. I don't like Kendrick. But I think he lost his touch at that team. I know they played decent toward the end of the season last year. I think he's gonna completely lose his shit this year and lose his job.
Whoa. I'm gonna go, guys. I'm gonna go SMU.
I'm
gonna go SMU. SMU is a team that just was in the 12-team playoff just 2 years ago, and they didn't really do anything last year. They did beat the Hurricanes at home, but I just think SMU, for the amount of money that they're down there, they can do the Pony Express down there. They need to go bring Eric Dickerson and Craig James back onto the campus. Because
they bring the dick back. They need to bring the dick back.
They need to bring the dick back, and it's crazy because they said Eric Dickerson took a pay cut when he went to the NFL. That's wild, nigga. They said the nigga took a pay cut when he went to the NFL. He took a pay cut. I think SMU is going to be, you know what I'm saying? I think SMU is one of those situations that I think they projected to win 8 or 9, 10 games. I think they only win 6 or 7.
Hey, you know some of these schools that they don't pronounce the entire name because they don't want I think they might hurt the recruiting. Like if you say SMU was Southern Methodist University, so they're like, oh, I'm not Methodist. I don't want my kid going to that school. I'm just saying TCU was Texas Christian University. Right. Like, yeah, I'm Catholic. I can't have my kids. I'm just saying that type of shit. They don't. Sometimes they don't say the whole school's name. I wonder if that has something to do with it.
That's on purpose. Donald said, well, so my grandma's house, they had air and never.
They never turned it on.
We never. Well, hey, listen, we in this motherfucker losing weight. I think that's why we kept our weight down. I'm like, it's hot than a motherfucker. She's like, well, you better turn the fan on. You better turn the fan on.
My great grandmother's house was next to my grandmother's house. So you know, of course, my great grandparents are older than my grandmother. Bro, we went over there in the summertime to go visit great granny, bro, and they had the space heaters on. I guess you get old, your blood get real thin, bro. It was hot in the motherfucker in that house, man.
Bro,
nope.
So I kid you not, I went to. They had these flowers at this flower shop. How many you could put in the basket for $30?
Yeah.
So I shoot down there to go get it, and all these old people in there. I'm talking about everybody had a fucking flannel on. I said, nigga, it's 95 degrees outside.
Your blood get thin and get old, bro.
A flannel though? Like shit.
Nah.
But, Ray, give me a team. You said Louisville, but give me a surprise team that may shock some people in the ACC.
Hell, Pitt. Pitt might do it, and the reason why I say that is because Pitt normally they'll find a diamond in the rough at quarterback. They know how to run the ball. I would probably say Pitt. It was between Pitt or Georgia Tech.
Okay. Well, King Ming said Boston College. Who you got? So who's gonna be a surprising team in the ACC?
I'm gonna go. I'm still sticking with my Virginia Tech Hokies. I know y'all just saying that. I think you think I'm saying that because of the whole James Franklin thing, but I really do think that he can really build something down there in Virginia Tech. He got some of the recruits from Penn State to go down there with him, so I'm gonna go Virginia Tech.
I'm gonna go NC State, guys. I think NC State, they was able to keep their quarterback. They didn't let him go down to the University of Miami where he's from. They did lose a running back to Texas. Hollywood went to Texas. But I think NC State is a team that's right on the cusp, and I think with good quarterback play, which they have, I can see NC State trying to make a move in the ACC. I think they can go because nobody's expecting NC State to do much of anything since Phillip Rivers was fucking there. Remember they had T.J. McClendon, Jared Kodrick. They had Kodrick, the wide receiver. But I think that they have a good quarterback. Their quarterback's probably gonna be the player of the year in this conference potentially, man. So I like NC State potentially. Every 3 or 4 years, NC State has a 9 to 10 win season, and I think they're on the cusp of having a 9 to 10 win season this year. They won't make the tournament, but I think they win 9 games in this conference. It ain't hard to do when they got 17 fucking teams, and everybody keep talking about the Big Ten got so many teams. ACC got 17 fucking teams.
That's a lot, bro.
Shit, they got more teams than the SEC. The SEC only got 15 teams. But I don't know. Let's see.
Them adding cows crazy. It's like the Big Ten adding UCLA and what's name?
Oregon and USC
with Washington.
But yeah, man. Another great show, guys. Another great show. Like I said, we got some big things brewing for Against the Grain Sports. I won't let the cat out the bag. But when we do have an opportunity, we're gonna be popping champagne. That's all I'm gonna say. I got bottles of champagne on ice right now. Like I said, the last 7 shows on Against the Grain Sports, y'all been showing up and showing out, man. We've been over 1 million the last 7 shows, man. Crazy work. We just did 1.1 last show. The most we done so far is 3.5 million views, man. Y'all been showing up. Y'all been commenting. Our core fans has been in the building, man. We appreciate you guys, man. So we go somewhere, you gonna go with us, man, because we ain't gonna forget about who was there. That ain't how we roll, man. But I'm just excited, man. Did anybody else get signed in the NBA while we was on the show? Because that's the weak ass. This is the weakest fucking.
Just that Kobe guy I talked about. That was it.
You talking about the nigga that old King makes some money and shit?
Hey, the crazy part about it, they still ain't popped up on nothing.
But they went and had a fucking free agent show that for what? For what? Like LeBron ain't went nowhere. We waiting on LeBron to make a decision. He ain't made a decision.
Breaking news: Keon Ellis signed with the Brooklyn Nets.
Who?
Nigga, you asked me if anybody signed. Keon Ellis. He's that guard from I think played for Cleveland last year.
You talking about dude from around the corner? He used to play at Brookhaven or something.
He signed a 2-year deal worth $18 million. Good for Keon Ellis.
Good for Keon Ellis. Shout out to Keon Ellis. At least somebody got signed.
And Kobe Sanders.
Kobe Sanders. That nigga. Wow. But anyway, man, great show, man. But so, man, before we get out of here, man, can you give me your final thought before we get out of here?
Final thought, man. I hate to do this, man, but make fun of the people that passed away. But it was a young lady that was swimming in a lake down in Florida, and she got eaten up by an alligator.
I seen that.
And her boyfriend was there the whole time. He tried to help her, but this alligator. What the fuck you gonna do against the alligator? Young lady, she can't hear me because she's no longer with us. But why are you in a fucking lake in Florida? I've been to Florida, bro. And you could be driving around Florida. I've been to Orlando and stuff like that. You just see random alligators, crocodiles walking the streets. Why the fuck would you get in some water to go swimming? Swimming in Florida and in a lake. If I can't see, if it's not a swimming pool, I'm not getting no water in Florida. Come on. I didn't know the race of this lady, but I'm assuming she's Caucasian because something, they like doing crazy shit like that. But she's no longer with us. And please, people, just make better decisions. Stay out of the water in Florida. There's nothing good for you down there.
Damn, that's crazy work, man.
Bro, she got ate up by an alligator, bro. And what the fuck you doing in the lake?
Hold on. But this is the crazy part. They took the alligator by care flight. They took it by helicopter.
You lied.
I promise. I promise. They took the alligator up. Of course, they killed him, and then they had to cut the alligator up to find out. That's how they found out he was ate by the alligator.
Damn.
Hey, you ever had alligator nuggets?
Yes, they're delicious.
Can I ask you a question though?
Yeah.
Was it the same alligator that bit Happy Gilmore's trailer?
No, this is his cousin.
Oh, it's because okay. I was just checking. Carl Weathers, All right, okay, right.
Hey, which
Ray,
one
quit
was
playing,
worse, the
man.
alligator? Hey, Jody, which one was worse, the alligator or they threw the lady off the ledge without the damn rope? Which one
Yo,
was worse?
that's the lady off the
That
ledge is crazy work, man. Because they looked at it and they looked over the ledge like they really thought that the motherfucker was on.
Ray, how'd you do it? How'd you do it?
like
Hey, launch that motherfucker too.
and
Ray,
the
quit
dude
playing.
and the dude the last guy, he was the one that was responsible for he didn't look down. He didn't hey, bro. Listen, I'm not laughing at this person. But come on, bro. Like,
Why was they still recording, Ray? They didn't look down and realize that the rope was not attached. And y'all still recording?
They thought it was an invisible rope, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they thought it was Wonder Woman. Maybe she had that invisible lasso. I don't know.
I'm gonna fuck say it.
Listen, that's crazy work, Ray.
And they look down like, yeah, she made it.
She made it to the bottom, motherfucker.
She made it to the other side. That's for damn sure.
Ray, man, you ready for your final thought? Or are you still playing? Are you still playing, man?
You
know
the motherfucker talking about the upper room? What that motherfucker?
Yo, Ray, man, what's your final thought, man? Stop playing, man.
My final thought, man, is today is my youngest daughter's birthday. She turned 18 today. So I am officially a senior citizen with old kids, with no more kids under no more kids I can claim on my taxes.
Things get slim out there, bro. I know how you doing. Hey, you can always make another one. Ray can always make another one.
Yeah, nah, all right. Yeah, no, not gonna happen. But nah, man. So shout out to baby girl, man, turning 18 today. We partied for her on Saturday. She had her friends come through and do their thing, man. But yeah, man, that's my final thought.
Happy birthday.
Hey, tell her Uncle Mike said happy birthday.
I will.
Hey, Kathy said, she said, congratulations. I'm trying to get more people. Appreciate it. She said, we still trying to waiting for 4 million. Absolutely. Jason said, why did Jason say they did the Rangers?
The Rangers.
What is wrong with Jason, man? Jason, you're a wild boy. Jason, you're a wild boy. Hey, guys, my final thought is this, man. We about to see the wedding of the century, guys. Taylor Swift and Kelsey are going to tie the knot, man. They're going to tie the knot. This is going to be one of the most epic weddings that we have ever seen. And when you bring in hip hop or R&B or whatever the fuck she is to sports, you bring entertainment to sports, and we about to see this. And this is something I thought it was staged when it first happened. I really thought that.
Me too.
I thought it was just a publicity stunt, but I guess they really love each other. They met each other 2 years ago, and now they're about to tie the knot. I think it's going to happen in the next week or so. So that's going to do numbers. It's going to be crazy numbers. So Kelsey really liked the flat back. I mean, likes her music.
Who ordered the turkey ass?
Hey.
Stop playing.
Who ordered the turkey ass? Y'all remember
That's my final thought, man.
Sorry, dog. Hey, Jody, I want to tell Travis Kelsey, I'm not bullshitting y'all. I'm an ordained minister. I got a certificate, and if they need somebody to do the ceremony, I'm here for them. And they just got to get us season tickets. All of us season tickets to the Kansas City Chiefs, and we good.
Hey, I just want to say congratulations, though. I do want to say it. And I don't want to be another situation where that's Taylor Swift's husband. That man has a name. He's the best tight end ever played football. His name is Travis Kelsey, guys. It's Travis Kelsey.
Joe, you ever had turkey ass?
Nah.
It ain't much meat on it. That's for damn sure.
So, Ray, you think Travis Kelsey gonna hyphenate his name?
That man changed his name to Swift 2 years ago.
So he don't even had a hyphen in his name. He just said it's
hey, you know who changed his name and he used his wife's last name? Ricky Williams does that.
Did he?
Yeah, he was on the podcast. He was on the John Gruden podcast. I watched it, and he changed his name. His actual name now is he used his wife's last name.
Yo,
I was like, Lord. John Gruden was so shocked he didn't even go into detail. He's kind of like looking like, oh, what the fuck? He just changed the subject.
Hey, Jason said flat back with billions in the bank. That's cool, but I mean, shit, money only spends. It ain't like Kelsey going into this motherfucker broke. Yeah, they act like Kelsey going into this motherfucker broke. He ain't got much as she do, but shit, how much money do you need? to get a sandwich or something. You know what I'm saying?
or some turkey ass.
The turkey ass.
Or some riblets. You know, they must need those riblets either.
Kathy said, "Ooh, God, they will never top Prince Charles and Lady Diana." Well, they won't, but in modern society, with all the flashing lights and now they got media, trust me, it's gonna get the coverage that.
Where they get married at?
I don't know. They didn't say yet. So they should be getting. They want to get married at Arrowhead Stadium and shit. Call it a day. Patrick Mahomes could throw him a pass. Jason said he got some bad credit under with Will. He said that he had bad credit. That's why he changed his name because he had bad credit under Ricky Williams.
I think Ricky Williams changed his whole gender to Wendy Williams, but that's not.
He's still a Longhorn legend, but Ricky's a space cadet, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hold
on, out there.
Real quick, man, before we get out of here, man. Did y'all hear what it's been a lot of criticism on Malika Andrews, the ESPN NBA analyst?
What she do?
She basically, they said that, you know, she was basically like disrespecting Carlos Boozer when his son got drafted. Y'all didn't see that?
She always doing something. What she do now?
She basically was saying she didn't even make mention that Carlos Boozer was in the building. She was saying how the mom was the one that took him to practice. And they was like, how are you like, so Carlos Boozer didn't have nothing to do with that? Like getting him into Duke, even though he went to Duke. And it's like she refused to say anything about Carlos Boozer as the father. But everybody that was getting drafted, she only mentioned their moms. She didn't mention none of the daddies.
Hey, what network do she work for again?
ESPN.
Hey, she's treating Carlos Boozer like he's Will Smith daddy on Fresh Prince. You know what I mean? You think I wanted this?
Why did you want me?
This just happened.
Hey, big shout out to my nephew. He said good work.
Why you don't want me, man?
He said good work on the Uncast. And then Jason said he taught them how to spray on their hair and get a painted on hairline. But then you got to go back and see it. She catch flack, but this is exactly what they want her to do. So it's not surprising.
She did that. Was she working the NFL draft as well?
Yeah.
She was bringing up all the shit that the players that did the negative shit. She wasn't bringing up positive. So I remember her doing that last time too.
She did it to Udoka. Remember when Udoka got fired, and then when Stephen A. Smith had to check her and was like, "Hey, you know, it's two people involved. These are two consenting adults. Why is everything on Udoka?" And then I guess she was making mention about certain people, and she don't speak on certain situations. She didn't speak when Josh Giddey had his case. They had
What network does she work for again?
Yeah, it is what it is, guys. Once again, I'm your host, Jody Coleman of Against the Grain Sports. I'm Jody, the big unit, the midnight meat train Coleman. Yes, that's me. We're here.
Damn, that's a long ass name.
I'm just because it's long.
Oh, never mind.
Because it's long. And we got my man Jarrell, Chocolate Drizzle, Glenn, all the way from San Antonio, Texas, drizzling. And we got Ray. I'm just gonna call him Ray Morning Smart Valencia. He ain't had no name yet. He ain't got no name.
Cause I cut you.
Hey, Ray, are you using cordless clippers or the one with the long cord? Which one are you using, Ray?
Yo, that's crazy work, man. That's nasty.
Hey,
I need the manager.
You get a trim? You get the trim.
Hey, I need the manager. Hey, get the manager. I need the manager.
Oh man,
I need the manager. We got Jason, the hefty lefty, my little brother in the building. Donald, the voice, you, my nephew in the building. Andrew mic'd up. We got the family all in the building, so I'm glad everybody back. We couldn't do none of this with Jay Kane. He is the New York Nick McCain. Ray, what we doing till we won't be we won't be here Saturday. Saturday is a holiday, so we won't be back till next Monday, guys. So enjoy your holiday, the 4th of July holiday, and hopefully we got somebody get signed by then, so we have something to talk about. But Ray, man, what we doing until next Monday?
Hey, yo, we working.
See y'all later, man. Peace.